Here's why you're procrastinating on your goals, you're not disciplined with your habits, and you have a hard time achieving what you want in life because you're using traditional goal setting with the SMART models, with atomic habits and all the usual stuff that is based on a lack mindset that ignores the fact that you are after the feeling that achieving the goal will get you, not the goal itself, and that your unconscious motivation is one of away from instead of moving towards. And there are two more reasons for that, and I will explain this in the video where I will show you a whole new model of looking at your goals, which I learned after training deeper into NLP and some other advanced stuff because I struggled with this thing for a long time. I read all the books, listened to all the gurus and the podcasts, tried all the hacks and environmental changes and habit trackers. And don't get me wrong, I was working hard, but it felt too much of a struggle. It didn't feel like I was getting what I wanted, and then it was hard to replicate that result, or I didn't want to set another goal because I was just avoiding that work, and it just didn't feel right, okay? But since I've been using this model for myself and for my clients, I've seen some incredible results that I want to share with you because I just want to make videos that I wish existed when I was going through this. My name is Marius and I help people unblock their unconscious mind, and I teach them how to create the life they want using neuroscience, psychology, NLP, spiritual teachings, and a lot of other things. And all I want is to help you have a good life if you're interested in that. So let's dive into the video. So this is what traditional goal setting looks like. I'll be happy when I have $1 million. I'll be loved when I find the right person. This is how we get stuck in the trap of external validation or deriving our self-worth based on exterior achievements. Anyway, that's a story for another time. But what I want you to realize is that we have an external event in the future, right, that will create hopefully an internal state now. The thing is, our body only lives in the present, meaning now, not in the past, not in the future. And when you are saying, I'll be good looking when I have 10 kilograms, unconsciously what you're really affirming is that you're ugly now, okay? And this is another reason why affirmations in the mechanical way that a lot of people tell you to just write it down don't work, because your brain knows the truth, right? And you cannot fool it. Anyway, so what you're saying in reality is that right now I'm ugly, okay? And this creates a campfire. This is how I say it. Well, as you can see, my drawing skills are exceptional. A campfire which represents your motivation engine, okay? Because basically you are ugly now and you don't want this, and so that's what you want, right? To be 10 kilograms less and move towards the future, right? The more you start moving towards your goal, the further away you get from the motivation engine that was initially driving you there. And this is why a lot of people, through discipline, hard work, training, nutrition, and all that, they can start losing on some weight, and maybe they lose their 10 kilograms. But then after 3 months, 6 months, something happens, they put it back on. Or they have to use a lot of discipline and willpower to stay off. And the reason that happens is that at an unconscious level, which comprises our identity, values, and beliefs, we stay the same, which is ugly. And until you change that, you will constantly feel ugly on the inside, right? People keep saying, it's hard for me to stay fit, it's hard for me to be wealthy or successful. And so any goal that you achieve will feel like a fraud. So then you won't achieve it, right? And so this is why while people move towards their goal, in reality, they're moving away from their motivation, and they need to go back down so that they get remotivated again. And for people that have become millionaires and then lost their money and again millionaires, this is the real problem they have, because on the inside, their motivation is reversed. What you have to do is go from moving away from motivation to one of moving towards. Well, it's only through coaching techniques that we can change this unconscious motivation. I'll think about it if I can explain it in another video, but for now, this is what you need to pay attention to. The second thing that I want to tell you is when you say, I'll be happy when I'll be 10 kilograms less, let's just use this, your unconscious mind knows that in reality, what you're really after is the state of being happy, not the goal itself. And what does this mean? When you have to go to the gym, eat salads, and do things that you don't really feel good about, you will start feeling unhappy. So it will create a contradiction between your goal, which is your goal at a conscious level, and your state at an unconscious level, the state that your unconscious is for. And this is what creates the conflict that most people get stuck in, because it just feels like, hey, I want to be happy, but I can't. There's just something stopping me. And this is what happened to me in 2019 when my business, Romanian friend, it was going very well. I was working full time on it, and I was just struggling how to grow, what to do, the decisions, hiring people, and all these things. And I just felt stuck and frustrated because I couldn't make the business grow more traffic, more bookings, more. It's only when I learned about this model at the beginning of this year that I realized that since I quit my job as a lawyer in 2016, I always wanted freedom. Whoops. It got a little too intense. I hope I put this one right. Set this one right again. Oop. Okay. It got a little intense. I hope I said it right. So as I was saying, when I quit the job, when I quit being a lawyer in 2016, all I wanted when starting a business was to be free, to be my own boss and do whatever I wanted. So then how can I be free if I was working so much to grow my business? It contradicted. It created an internal conflict that I wasn't aware of because it was in my unconscious. And that's what caused so much struggle and frustration. And I hope this helps you, because this frustration in 2019 caused a lot of internal pain, which I'm grateful for because it made me look deeper and go deeper in this personal development journey. But this is what happens to a lot of people that I uncover in my coaching. They want conflicting things, right? So if you're wondering, okay, so now what do I do with this information? Well, the thing is, there's one more piece that I think will help you. Think about it. If what you want is to be free and happy, what if you could already access that feeling, that resourceful state now, and act from that place towards your goal? Because that's when you will make the most money, right? Like, this is why people say that what you're chasing is starting to chase you. If I want to be loved, I need to love you and everyone else as equally, because I already have it inside. And that's when I have it inside that I project it on the outside. And this is the same that I found with success, with confidence, with wealth, with all these things. This is why I'm doing this video. I'm not doing it to impress you. I'm doing it because I feel confident and I want to help you on the inside. And so this is what has helped me the most. So basically, if you realize what is the state that your unconscious mind really wants by achieving that conscious goal, then what if you can be all these things right now? What if you can be all these things right now, and from this point of now, act towards your future? And this is where Neville Goddard with Feeling is the Secret comes in, and that has helped me a lot in my own personal growth and spiritual journey, because feeling proud, happy, good-looking, loved, rich now is what allows me to act in those ways, and then it keeps drawing in more. And so this is what I wanted to show you, and to just have a short recap of the key ideas. Traditional goal-setting models operate from a place of lack, meaning I don't have that which I want sometime in the future. But what you're really after is the feeling, not the goal. It's like the traditional marketing. People don't buy Chanel bags because they're high quality, made in Bangladesh. They buy it because of the status that will give them, right? The feeling of success, wealth, good looks, right? Whatever that is. So your unconscious wants the feeling, but you need to check your internal motivation, because most people operate from an away from. I don't want to be poor, ugly, unworthy, unsuccessful. And change it to one of I want those things. And this is a little more complicated, but I hope to explain it in the next video. Finally, point number 4, I didn't go into any details now, but basically, if you have a specific narrow goal and you exclude anything else in this completely unpredictable world that you cannot predict, right? Then you are closing yourself off from any other possibility, instead of being open and confident in the unknown. And this is where the traditional smart goal systems don't work, and atomic habits and all these things, because they force you to just go for one thing instead of turn yourself into a healthy person, into one that is successful, confident, rich through every single small action, as opposed to feeling those things only when you have 1 million in the bank, 10 kilograms less, and so on. And finally, use your desired internal state as a resource state right now to get you moving towards your future goal and be more resourceful in the process. So in future videos, I will go deeper using this model, but I hope this helps you in your life. And if you have any questions or if I was a little unclear, please let me know in the comments because I'll be happy to answer any questions. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.